Welcome to Thursday. It is the 28th day of August, 2025. This Day Weather podcast brought to you by the Advocates Injury Attorneys. If you've been injured in an accident, don't face it alone. Get an experienced local Wyoming attorney on your side. Free consultations at wyomingadvocates.com or call 307-800-1952. You deserve an advocate. Well, the pattern is slowly changing, but the key word there is slowly. So there's still going to be a lot of shower and thunderstorm activity still over the next 3 days. It's just going to not be as concentrated or as widespread, and there won't be as many clouds. But there still is going to be scattered showers and thunderstorms. Then we go into the Labor Day period of especially Sunday, Monday, the Labor Day weekend period, Sunday and Monday. That's when the moisture really thins out in the central and southern Rockies and the Great Basin in the southwestern United States. The showers and thunderstorms will be more north and to the east. Even though temperatures will be moderating this Labor Day weekend, as we showed you yesterday, they're going to be far from hot. They're going to be very comfortable. Then the middle of next week, a strong cold front comes out of central Canada and east of the Rockies. It cools off. Then a week later, possibly another cold front that may track further west and might make things interesting towards the middle of the month. We'll kind of take a quick peek at those two fronts. A moody moon here recently as the moon is coming into its formation in the days ahead. Beautiful sunrise taken from the air after a takeoff at Natrona County Airport near Casper. And then you can see the clouds yesterday. Just the pictures you've seen over the last couple of days showing the clouds and sheets, and at the low layers, the middle layers, and the high layers. Here's a shot of Grand Canyon, Colorado that shows, boy, look how close those clouds are to the ground. And when we get into the deeper moisture patterns like this is what you are going to see. So only a little bit of daytime heating is going to trigger those showers and thunderstorms. And for the most part, that moisture is still going to be overhead. Now, you may look at that and say, oh, nice pond in a park. No, that's just a spot where the water is supposed to go after a heavy rain, which it finally was. Utah finally getting some rain here over the last several days, and downpour making a makeshift pond there. The moisture getting further north into the northern Bighorns yesterday, and in an area that really has needed the rain, the Sublette County, Upper Green River Basin area of Wyoming. This is a thunderstorm building south of Pinedale. At times, the Pinedale Airport reporting heavy rain yesterday from those showers and thunderstorms. And we'll just have to take a look at rainfall totals. As is always the case, there are winners and losers in the weather lottery, with who's got the rain and who got a lot, who got a little, or who got nothing. I think more often than not, the people who didn't get any rain is in the minority this time around. Leadville, Colorado got 0.8 of an inch of rain the night before, and more rain yesterday, as you can see there. And a big shout out to Michigan Engine Crew 611, making the long trek from the Upper Peninsula of Michigan to near the Montrose, Colorado area. Thanks for all you guys do there. Big shout out to you guys and all the hard work firefighters have had to do here, especially over the last several weeks. And of course, we've got September and October to get through. Satellite photos this morning show that axis of moisture that is still showing right here, but making more of a northward shift. You see this right here? There's still a little bit more moisture back here in Mexico and western Arizona, southern California, that will still this weekend cause some showers and thunderstorms to be around down here at times. But this is where the action has been underneath this air mass, and it's slowly drifting more north. The water vapor does show a little bit of a break right here, but even in these orange areas below this, there's still a good amount of water in the air. And you can see the deeper moisture, that axis has just gone further north. The precipitable water today. The slides I'll show you will be for noon each day over the next 3 days. So for today, you can see the deeper moisture is getting up into Montana, northern and northwestern Wyoming. But even these areas that are white, you're still going to have showers and thunderstorms. And there's that plume we just showed you on the satellite imagery. So this is today. This is for tomorrow at the same time. So you can see that tomorrow there's still moisture that's going to be available for scattered areas of showers and thunderstorms. The moisture is kind of getting a little more diffuse, spread out a little bit, not so concentrated. Then on Saturday, drier air does push into Arizona and the Four Corners area. So you're going to see a big decrease in thunderstorm activity as we get into Friday and Saturday here. out on the plains and east of the divide, Saturday is the day where of the 3-day weekend where I think there's going to be the quote the most weather in this area of moisture right here. We may even have some overnight showers and thunderstorms go into Saturday morning. So in this area here that I just highlighted, if you're going to be camping, spending time outdoors, you're going to be susceptible Saturday to shower and thunderstorm activity even in the morning. But the drier air, it's not tremendously dry, but it is drier, is pushing its way out of the basin and more to the north and east. And what that means is that as we get into Sunday and Monday, as you can see right there for Sunday, the drier air expands and covers more of the region. You're still going to get isolated showers and thunderstorms over the higher terrain, but the pattern that we've been in here the last few days is definitely getting more diffuse and moving away. And there's Labor Day Monday. So you can see that Sunday and Monday will be the best 2 days for outdoor activities across this region. But enough moisture for a stray shower or thunderstorm, so keep that in mind. The Storm Prediction Center is highlighting these green areas is where the general thunderstorm activity is going to be today. A couple of strong thunderstorms in the central and southern Front Range of Colorado. We'll need to kind of watch out that from about Denver to Colorado Springs to Pueblo to near Trinidad. That's today. This is tomorrow. Just basically the same locations and a more concentrated area of thunderstorm activity in eastern Colorado and western Kansas and northern New Mexico. Then Saturday, more of a generalized scattered shower thunderstorm pattern. Then that drier air comes in for Sunday and Monday. This is the prediction of precipitation through 6 p.m. Saturday. So you can see the deeper moisture is right here where the showers and thunderstorms are going to be. But notice the green and the blue patches elsewhere where scattered showers and thunderstorms are still going to be a possibility. A little finger of moisture getting into Southern California and Southwest Arizona possibly from that plume we just showed you. But you can see right here where that drier air is, the thunderstorm coverage is going down. Not going away, but certainly going down from where it's been. Temperature-wise, still cooler than average. This is cumulative 5 days from today through noon on Tuesday. These aren't crazy cool, but temperatures are going to be very comfortable. Relative to the 30-year average, it is going to be warmer up into Canada, although that's going to change, as we'll show you in the long term. So let's reach out and take a look at where we're going to be after the Labor Day weekend is over. We're going to see this skinny ridge of high pressure build along the west coast into the Pacific Northwest. So it's been a cool summer, as we know, in the Pacific Northwest and California, but they've had some heat recently because of this pattern shift, and that's going to happen again. So there's going to be plenty of heat coming back into the southwestern United States, Arizona, the Central Valley of California, all the way up to Vancouver, through Seattle and Portland here. But look at this trough digging into the central and eastern United States. So this was going to bring another shot of cool air out of Canada. Follow the wind barbs all the way from down there deep into the central and eastern United States. So as we get into Tuesday, but especially Wednesday through Friday of next week, east of the Rockies, big cool down. West of the Rockies, it's going to be hot. And by Thursday of next week, we see a big low settle up into the northern Great Lakes region. This is, I know it's September, but this is something late September that you would see. This is a really strong system for this time of year. Now, that doesn't mean a freeze, that doesn't mean snow, but it means that September is certainly not going to start off hot for a lot of the nation, except here. That's where the heat's going to be. And you can see the temperature anomaly by noon Wednesday. That's pretty good pool of cold air that's descending into the central United States, and there's the heat that we talked about along the west coast. And that's Thursday, so the cool air spills and spreads out across a lot of the nation east of the Rockies for the second half of next week. So if you're not in the Pacific Northwest or California or the Great Basin, you're going to be experiencing a cool start to September. Here is front number 2 a week later. Now, this is way far out here. This is a 300-hour forecast, so take this with a grain of salt. But this is what we watch this time of year. So that first trough right here is headed towards more of the nation's midsection. See that it's coming in from central Canada north central Canada into the Great Lakes, bringing that cold air in. But this system is showing the ridge being further west out in the Pacific. So around this time frame, if we do see something of a front like this, notice how it's diving in further west. So a further west dive of the cold air is going to be more impactful for the central and northern Rockies, and then coming down here instead of more directed this way. So that'll be a time range around the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th of September. We'll see whether or not this comes true or not. But if this high forms in the eastern Pacific, this is another salvo of September coolness towards the middle of the month. And you can see the cool air that's predicted to come in behind it, and notice how it's further west. Have yourself a good Thursday. More for you Friday.